You know, a lot of people have asked me what arc in the Dragon Ball Super anime that I hated the worst. And there were a lot of arcs. There was TOP, there was Universe Survivor Saga. There was a lot of arcs that could have been considered in some parts bad. There's even like the Copy Vegeta arc. But the arc that I'm talking about today is an arc that I hated for many different reasons, a lot more than the others, just because it didn't stack up to what I wanted it to stack up to. But before we begin today's video, if you've been liking the theory videos, please like, subscribe, and drop me a comment. And Jack Shaw, play my intro.
That's a whole body.
Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about the arc that I think is the worst arc in Dragon Ball Super. My eyes are a little bit red because I just woke up and I washed my face, and apparently that's what happens to my eyes, and that or I'm a vampire. A demon. All jokes aside though, the arc we're talking about today that I believe is the worst arc in Dragon Ball Super is going to be the Goku Black arc. Hate it. Despise it. Worst arc ever. And there are a few reasons behind this. The number one reason being that Zamasu is a terrible, and I mean terrible, terrible villain. To build a good villain in most animes, the idea is that you want the villain to be relatable. You want the audience to feel for the villain. You want the audience to question whether or not the villain is actually the bad guy, and to some ways morally align with the villain. You either do that or you just do pure evil. In Zamasu's case, he's a hypocrite, which is the worst kind of villain. Zamasu believes that mortals are unpure, he believes that mortals are bad, yet he uses a mortal body in the form of Goku Black to extinguish mortals. In addition to that, kills and all the other things that he considers mortals unpure for. It was just us watching a hypocrite run around screaming about divine justice the entire time and about how murder is wrong and time travel is wrong, while he himself did all of the same things. And it was the most annoying few hours of my life listening to him talk. At least Goku Black had a little bit more class and was like, fuck it, I'm in Goku's body, I can do whatever I want. Zamasu literally was like, yeah, killing's wrong, and then proceeded to literally stab people to the chest. Trunks coming back was nice. I did not mind Trunks coming back. Most people actually liked Trunks coming back because Trunks was a fan favorite that people wanted to come back for a very long time, especially during the Buu Saga, even though it didn't happen. But it's revealed later that Trunks was dealing with his own Buu Saga. Trunks beat Deborah, actually, which was pretty cool. But Zamasu, just as a villain, straight up, it was just terrifying. It was just horrible. It was bad, right? Trunks coming back was cool. The ass pulls weren't the greatest. Goku Black was pulling out some serious levels of power. We're talking like fighting Super Saiyan 2 God Essence Goku in base, I believe it was. And I know in the manga he transformed into Super Saiyan 2, so it was different. But I just couldn't follow. The ass pulls were so bad. Like Kaioken Blue Goku went from being stabbed in the chest and dying, like bleeding out, to getting angry over Goten and Chi-Chi, and then folding Goku Black and Zamasu for 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden, Goku Black is stronger than Goku. All of a sudden. What? It just was so unbelievably whack as far as ass pulls that I just couldn't. Like, Vegeta got hit and was pretty much dead, and then gets back up and does a father-son Galagan with Trunks, which is a very iconic moment of the show. Or of that arc, but it's just there's just so many ass pulls. The father-son Galagan blowing up Zamasu's energy ball, and then Goku just does it with Super Kamehameha by himself. Like, you know, like the ass pulls were so unbelievably large that it made the arc almost unwatchable. You have Trunks using the Spirit Bomb. So I know that Toyotaro and Toriyama would like us to believe that Saiyans have this ability to just look at stuff and learn it immediately, and in some cases they do. Spirit Bomb is a god's technique. You don't just look at it and learn it immediately. It's King Kai's technique. You have to learn it from King Kai. You can't just. It's like looking at Kaioken and be like, yeah, I can do that. Kaioken, you can't do that. That's not how that works. So Trunks just using the Spirit Bomb, seemingly by accident, was just something that was pulled right out of his ass. Now, him being able to do the Mafuba after training with Roshi on it for a few hours made more sense. But just a spear bomb out of nowhere. I despise that. That was terrible. Vegito Blue came back, and that was something. I actually did enjoy seeing Vegito again. Favorite character probably in entirety other than Vegeta himself. Seeing Vegito go blue was actually pretty dope. Seeing
Vegito! And here's something new. Vegito!
him fight again and how much faster and stronger he was, and that same cocky personality. You know, come on, God, I'm tired of listening to you preach. And I was like, you know, so man, it just was really, really cool, dude. It was so dope seeing him again. I despise the fact that Vegito couldn't finish Zamasu off. They just never let Vegito finish off villains. And you have people giving him slack for not finishing off Super Buu in the Buu Saga when his entire intention was not to kill Super Buu. But it's just like, dude, like, I mean, now granted, Zamasu, even if Vegito Blue would have incinerated Zamasu with a final Kamehameha or something, he was limited from Patara, you know, overusing his power with the Patara, so that's unfortunate. In addition to the fact that Zamasu, even if he would have blown him up or sliced him in half or whatever, Zamasu would have just turned into like that weird planet Zamasu astral sky projection. So technically he couldn't have killed Zamasu anyway, in the same way that Trunks couldn't have killed Zamasu. But it's just like, I don't know, man. The Zeno thing was a really weird plot pull, because it implied that for once Goku and Vegeta weren't able to do it themselves. You have to keep in mind, Zamasu, Merge Zamasu is one of the few non-Goku slash Vegeta slash whatever KOs. And it's kind of crazy to think about, because it's just like, they didn't do that, you know what I mean? So it's actually really, really interesting. A few good moments from the Super Arc, I will say. I enjoyed watching Vegeta train with Trunks for a bit, and I definitely enjoyed Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Trunks. So those were definitely positive notes, but still overall, I have to rate this as probably the worst arc in Super. If you guys have any conflicting opinions, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. If you have anything to add to this video in general that you think I might have missed, let me know. This has been Gizmo Meg. I love doing these videos, and as always, guys, I'll see you in the other worlds. Have a good one, guys.